Hello, hello, hello. I'm FruUtter, Mrs. Utter. So you wanna know what I'm up to in this video? Well, I'm going to prove you that everything I can do, you can do better. There are many popular styles on the gallery. And here is one more. I'm proudly presenting the Beebe style, dedicated to GLR52. And now we are going to see how I make it. It's naturally based on the perfect face. This style is a blend of 3 perfect faces. Selena Gomez, Bella Hadid and Kendall Jenner has contributed to this style, the Beebe style. So, this is what we start with, and this is what we are going to produce. So ready, steady, create! Let's start with our base sim, and it's clean without any makeup on, because we want to start really fresh, but give it some traits and some name and so on and so on. First we just take a look at the face, and remember, all, well, perfect faces are small, and you just have to, adjust that pointy chin, unfortunately, in my opinion, and adjust the eyebrows and check what nose it is, and so on. After you have done the rough job, you just have to go into the eyes department, because the Beebe style is very dependent on the right eye construction, believe it or not. And first I'm experimenting with the original of the base sim, this classic and very popular eye style with huge sort of eyelashes, but it's not really my favorite, because you see, you cannot really experiment. Even if you pull down the corners of the eye, it still looks a bit staring, and therefore I try to experiment with other eye shapes. And let's see if I find something new, something more exciting than the classic eye shape. Wow, look at that. I think this will do fine. Enlarge the eyes, remember. And you see, I pulled the left corner. No, is it the right corner? Oh, well, the outer corner down. And I like it, but I don't really like the smiling face, as you already know. So I have to work with the eyelids, the upper eyelid and the lower eyelid, as you can see. And I adjust the corners and work carefully, work with like small movements. Do not make it too harsh. And the chins, or the cheeks, I mean, not the chins, come on. And always turn your sim around and look at it from all the angles. It's very important. As you see, I have not done any speed up for this video, because I really want you to see how I work on the faces, because it's one step at the time. You can't really rush it if you want to make a really great sim. And I really would like you to go and visit Cat's Corner, a great player who makes these great videos, and you will see that I'm not alone in this. But that is another story. Now let's go into the nose department. And I really liked the original nose. Just when you click on the nose, you will see what it looks like, or what it looked like before Maxis adjusted it. And as we know, we should not use the skateboard ramp nose. No, and you know what it looks like. And as you see, you can really manipulate the nose quite a lot. But also do it carefully, because you always have to look that the tip of the nose looks alright, as well as the nose bridge. So I came up with something like this. Actually, it's not really true, because I mean, if you compare to, for instance, Gomez's face, it's more a small potato nose or a button nose, so it should be a bit rounded, but well, I did it a bit more straight. Now I choose the cheeks, as you can see, once again. And the ears, unfortunately I couldn't have the, well, pointy ears or something like that, because they will just stand out, you know, of the hairstyle, and nobody will download the poor thing. So, and we want downloads, don't we? Well, we will not say that to anyone, but you know, we know that we want that. Or maybe not. Who knows? Alright, now I'm experimenting with the clothes, this, and I'm removing the Max's choices. And as you know, the Beebe style uses masculine outfits. Why? Because our Sims just do not want to be freezing to death. No, 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 no. Right? Yes. Oh well. And also, naturally, we want many players to be able to download our Sims, because many players seem not have these packs, and we really want people to play with our Sims, not only admire on the picture, on the gallery, you know. Oh well. But that is another story. But I still wanted to play some nice, simple outfits for everything, or all the occasions, but I really choose something very simple. And the skin color is important too, because as you know, the presentation picture is very important, but I think I kept the original skin color because it does remind us of the Gomez skin color. And the hair color as well will be just perfect. And experiment a little bit. I usually do not use this cardigan, but I find it very cozy and relaxing, so I think she should have something like that. And I try to experiment and always, as you know, check in poses. Now the hairstyle seemed to be a bit wrong for her, so, well, let's choose something different. And as we know, many players just love long hair, as it used to be, you know, this thing about women having long hair, how important it is, and that's one of the beauty standards, you know. So, however, our Gomez doesn't have so long hair, does she? No, she doesn't. Oh well, but anyway, if we put afro hair, it will never go, right? We will not get so many downloads. No, we will not. Unfortunately, yes. And as you see, look at that, I adjusted the chin while, and now the jaw, while I'm putting the hairstyle on. That is also very important, that you are like flexible and you have to change. You just don't start and make something ready. You like with, if you know what I mean, if you do some painting or if you do some drawing, you don't start with details. You just don't. If you are a like professional. Oh, you know what I mean. I mean, if you know how to draw or how to paint, you just know that you start with like a sketch and you make everything at the same time, and you put the details like finishing touches when you are done with the most important base. Like you start with the skeleton and then you put on meat and flesh and so on and so on. And if you don't know these things, then you just have to go and read about it. So if you want to claim and well, that you have talent, well, okay, everyone has talent in my opinion, but if you're really claiming yourself like as an artist, you should know these things, you know, proportions and details and the holistic view. So now I'm experimenting with the makeup, since this style is dedicated to my friend who loves this Caribbean makeup. The smoking and such, I wanted to experiment and try it out on the Gomez or Beebe style Sims, and always check in poses, but I see that it was a bit too harsh, unfortunately. Really think that it's unfortunate. So I have to smooth it out a little bit. It should still be smoky, but not that dominant. And I also see that I would need to work a little bit more on the eyes, but probably the eyelids. Now I'm testing the new combination of the makeup, and the poses are, as you see, they are different poses from Jupo and Maxis. It's a blend. And the hairstyle too. I think we will just have to do something different. By the way, I didn't mention that in this version we are not using defaults, but we are going to make two versions, as I said before. So be prepared. But this one is pure Maxis. As you see, it's a hard time deciding what is best. And now let's see what happens. So I did some changes again, and then I check in poses, and I discover that still, as you can see, the color is a bit too dark. So maybe we just have to change the eyeliner. Also, I think we just have to adjust the eyelids, the lower lid and the upper lid, and also the corner. We just want to make the eye a little bit rounder and a bit, not really surprised, but you know, open, and you can see the beautiful eyes. And now we check in poses, because really in poses, pose makers make their poses well according to their not only beauty standards, but also like to their liking, since you are able to adjust your eyes or the Sims eyes in for the pose. So you are really dependent sometimes on what sort of eyes your pose maker is doing. I will try to demonstrate it more concretely later, and as you can see, I changed the eye color to a darker one, and now I'm experimenting with the hairstyles. And this is a classic for the Beebe style, and I think it's quite nice. Once again, check that the eyebrows are on the right place, and that the forehead is not too huge, and that the nose is just in the right position, as well as you should adjust the nostrils. That is important. I usually push them upwards, so to speak, and well, change a few things if I want to, and the nose tip sometimes, but here I didn't do that. I decided that it is not necessary. Suck in the cheeks just a little bit. Oh, you know, the beauty standards. Yes, we do quite a lot of things that we actually do not want to do, just to gain some attention and some followers. Oh well, I didn't say that. Well, the lipstick. Well, it's plain. It's a bit from the anime style Sims, you know, because the eyes are so open and so bright. Then the focus should be on the eyes, especially if we have made them very carefully and adjusted and shaped and everything. Then it's just the red color can shift the focus from the eyes to the lips. And lips, as you see, are a bit plumper. I really do not dare to do the, you know, the upper lip more thin than the lower lip, which is actually more common in this world, in the real world anyway, but you know, Sims world, everything is all about the standards, the beauty standards. So plump lips, you know, the fishy ones, that kind is the standard. And once again, posing, posing and posing, experimenting. Which pose is the best? How does the nose look, or how do the eyes look, and so on, so that you will not get this nasty surprise. And you can see that it is really difficult to show off your work. Oh, it sounds so pretentious, but you know what I mean. If you work on your eyes, it looks wonderful in cast, but it doesn't mean that it will look good in poses, believe it or not, but that is the truth. I'm sorry to say that. So I changed to loopers poses because, well, loopers poses are best in my opinion, or when the retros poses are best for the Beebe style. It's not, the face doesn't come so close, the close-up is not that close to you, if you see what I mean. I think you know what I mean. So, which means I did not have to adjust the eyes, I just had to change the pose, because I wanted the eyes to be big and brown. I just want that, I like it. It's a FruUtter beauty standard. Oh well, you should break it sometimes, but not now. And choose the most pleasant pose. And actually you will never know what the best pose is, because, I mean, your downloaders decide anyway, so what is pleasant and appealing to them, so you just try your best. That's my advice. So when I choose the pose, I just have to go back into CAS and take a look at my sim one more time, or one of the times. Maybe it's 9th time or 7th or something like that, but you know, it's always good to change a little bit. And you see, did you see the detail? Just the finishing touch on the eye, a very important one. Now you will see the replay in slow motion. Look at that. And follow every step and do just as I do, so that you get a really professional Sims eye. Well, you know what I mean, right? Because that is a Beebe style. Yes. Well, and after that you just have to turn your sim and take a look at it from the profile. Try to experiment with the skin color as well, and zoom in and zoom out. That is a very important step as well. And compare, you know, make a change and then just undo your change and see if it was better or not, just as I'm doing. And as you see, the Max's skin color, it's very much alive, and you have quite a lot of different shadows. So when you put them into a presentation picture, which you upload on the gallery, these shadows are going to be there as well. So skins, for instance, you know, we were talking about it in another video, so if you want to know about it, just take a look at it again. But that will really affect your sim, because the skins make your face smoother, and many players just prefer it. I change the lips, and as you see, I always adjust them in the profile and in the detail mode, which I really advise you to do as well. Yes, what else can we do? Turn around and maybe to work a bit on the nose bridge. Yes, a nose bridge. And I do not really like it very straight. I like it to be a bit, you know, curved, just to give it a little bit more life. Oh, she looks really nice, as you can see. And this is no skin sim, right? It's a pure cast sim. Push everything up. As I said, we have to have a small face, but not too small, or it will look too childish. If you make Alice in Wonderland, then it's okay. As you see, I pushed everything back again because I thought that it was just too much of a round face, small face. It can look quite grotesque as well, so no, we won't do that. And this is what she looks like now, and we pose her one more time. Yes, we do. And unfortunately, it will not be the last time, so you know. But as I said, we need to do it because, as you see, I didn't like the dark color and I didn't like the eyebrows. I just wanted to adjust them, and probably I pushed them and pulled them up a little bit, and the a bit not as dark eye color, but less dark color was more suitable for her, as you can see. And I tried to experiment with the eyebrows, with the shape as well, and I decided probably to go with this one. And here comes the makeup part again, and the lip color. You can put, as I said, preferably you use a soft, almost skin color lip gloss or something like that, and it will be fine, because the eyes are so bright and shiny, and they should be in focus. The eyes are the focal point of the face and not the lips. But sometimes, you know, if you upload many sims like that, then you could probably do some variety as well, and you can upload a sim with the red color. So it's up to you. I changed her outfit as well. Instead of shorts, I gave her pants anyway, so, you know, she can move around and not be afraid of that something will burst or so, or she will lose something. She has a steady outfit and she looks quite nice. Agree with that. And it's pure Max's Cats, believe it or not. But then I decided to put her in skins, or in defaults, and specifically default skins, and see how it will change her appearance, and if it will have some impact on the downloads, which it usually does, believe it or not. So let's see what happens. So here we go again into cast, and you can see the skins are on. Let's see if the skins are beneficial for our sim. As you can see, it's much smoother, the face. Pay attention now. In this part, the shadows are gone. There are no shadows, and we will compare it with the original Max's. Do you see the difference? Do you see that the shadows in Max's cast with no skin are much more harsh, but on the other hand are more realistic, right? That is the difference. But now let's go back to our version with skins on. This is what she looks like in Looper's poses. And it's not bad at all, I have to say. And look at the lips. As I said in the video about CC and mods and poses and even skins, this skin made by the Deathflower gives your lip this very special look. The author has drawn out the corners of the lips. So the skin, or I mean, the lips look like, or the same looks as if she was smiling. But as you could see, the lip color didn't really suit her, because it was too pale. It blended too much into the skin color, right? So we have to put some sort of pinkish lip gloss or color so that lips are visible. Otherwise, you know, you will think that poor Sim has no blood in her veins. And we don't want that, do we? Yes, we don't. Or no, we don't. Or yes, we do. Oh well, doesn't matter. Anyway, check in poses and decide what is best for your sim. And do not rush the process. I mean, you have all time in the world. This is already, you know, has taken us more time than a 5-minute sim, because we adjust so we make so many adjustments. So just give it some time, it's worth it. Oh, this pose is quite nice. I save it. And we have to check that the second pose is working, because that is also one of the secrets, you know, you have to have a good second pose. And remember, the second poses your sim look quite thin. Even opulent sims are looking very thin, for some very strange reason, don't ask me why. But that's life, I guess. Nothing you and I can do about it, unless we make our own poses. That is quite time consuming. So I rather make my tutorials and videos than make poses. And I mean, I would never make this pose, you know, that would be appealing to many. I think I would land up doing some portrait, you know, with some evil look or something like that. Oh, but that is another story. So let's just see when I really decided and which pose was the pose I wanted to use for the upload. And still experimenting, as you can see. So here you are with Max's original Cass version versus the skinned version. And now, which one do you prefer compared to this perfect face? Which one is more perfect? It's up to you, naturally. According to my experience, the one who is going to get some downloads is the one with skins. Because, my friend, we are born in the Photoshop culture. And if you want to know what I mean, you just have to watch my video about CC and skins. So, it's time to get popular, right? With the perfect face. But now let's get serious. I thank you for watching. I hope you join me on Twitter and Tumblr and everything else. And on the gallery, it's FruUtter, you know that. And I wish you goodbye, good luck, and happy simming. Bye bye.